guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl. So I wanted to tell you about what happened to me last night. It actually is going to be something from the past. I'm going to tell you a story, but I ended up falling asleep last night to it's something I found on YouTube, and it's like a broadcast for what I consider, people like me. It has the best music. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, give it up, only because I think when you find it, you find it. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. But at this point, all I know is that it just had the most beautiful music, like the tone of it, and what they were telling you, because it was like here and there, but they were giving you knowledge about stuff. And so one of the things that it was talking about was, or what it made me feel like, was iron sharpens iron. That's one of the things that it was saying. It was saying that your whole life from childhood till now was set up for this moment, because this is the moment that they need you in. This is the moment that you're now supposed to, help the world, help the earth. And so all these things were a setup for now. And although some of you might think that it was bad, but you now have your story, your backstory, why things happened. Some of these things had to happen because otherwise you are now going into teaching, healing, all of these things. And so part of it is for that was your purpose. And although some of us think that it's not, we could have done without, but technically you actually could not have done without, because these are tools that you need. So and I told y'all, every morning I wake up, God has something in store for me. So this morning it was Matthew 5. Go look it up. I told y'all this ain't that. I'm not that, but go look it up for yourself. And it talks about who are blessed, the people that are blessed. It also talks about what happens when you get on the wrong side. So one of the things that also, because I slept so good, it was so peaceful. And the thing was, it's, my attitude of peace brings me healing. Like healing in my body, healing in my spirit, healing in my soul. So, when I'm always saying that I like peace, it is what it is. I like peace. That's just what it is. I don't like when things are chaotic and it doesn't jive with my frequency, my inside, my soul, my spirit. It does not jive with that. So I need peace. So in order for me to be peaceful, I had to get rid of certain, things, certain situations, certain people. So along with that, last night my granddaughter texted me and she said, "My mom," and I'm like, "Yes, ma'am," because she's a little lady, so that's what I say to her, "Yes, ma'am." And she says, "Did you cut all your hair off?" And I'm like, and my first thought was, why would she even know that? But my second, what I sent to her was, I said, "Yes, Milan." And she said, "Why?" And I tell her, I said, because it wasn't growing like it needed to be, so I needed to cut it all off and start fresh. That hair was trauma. That hair had trauma to it. And what I didn't say was, but okay, so I'm gonna finish the conversation with her. So I said that hair, I needed to start fresh. That hair had trauma to it. And she says, "Okay, I never thought you would cut all your hair off." So I texted her a picture and I showed her, Milan, I have wigs. That's what I said. She laughed. And then I was like, "Okay, I love you." And she was like, "I love you too." So that was the backstory for that. But it reminded me that please let these kids be kids. Because the reason why she would have even asked that question would have been because it was spoken out into somewhere to somebody, to the fact that she heard it. Point being, this is where I say people don't know what they should talk about, because why would that even be mentioned? And then secondly, when are we going to let children stay in children's places? Because we can't be talking amongst people and not realizing these kids are hearing things. So just so we're clear, if you go back to my previous videos, I was telling you guys about a certain person that was attached to me. You know, some of the little demonic or the little spirit, you know, that part of that situation, that person touched my hair. And all of a sudden my hair started doing something weird, like literally like coming out. So not that this is anybody's business, but part of my sacrifice when I started going through my spiritual journey was I was talking to God about it, and I didn't need it. It's only hair. And if I trust God to do all these miraculous miracle things for me, I can grow hair. I've never had a problem with growing hair. Something was happening in the transition where all these, like I said, talking, spell casting, a person knows the things. That's why you gotta watch, why you have to watch who you're connected to, because of the fact that people know, like I said, at one point in time, vanity was all I was into. Like I mean, hello, I got good genes, DNA, it's good. But I learned, I became so much more than that. And so maybe me becoming much more than that, I didn't really pay attention to the vanity part of it all, because why? For what? I mean, all it takes is for me to get dressed. All I got to do is, like, I focused on my money, because whenever I felt like wanting to do something, I could go buy whatever I wanted. So I didn't need to focus on vanity, because why? What is that going to prove to anybody? I mean, that's weird. But people like that. That's all they want to be, is cute in somebody's cum bucket. But okay, what's for you is for you, what's for me is for me, and I chose something different. But the fact of the matter is my sacrifice, that was because I went back and forth with it in my brain, like, I can grow it from where it was at. But it wasn't never going to grow back the right way if I didn't just do the big chop to it. And so that was one thing that kind of threw me off, because I'm trying to figure out why that would even be talked about. That made no sense to me, but this is what I keep talking about. So that was between me and God. But because a phone call came through and I answered for one of my, because normally I keep it covered. And because a phone call came through from my granddaughter, the man that loves me, the man that wants to be with me, likes when I'm normal. You know, okay, I can get dressed to do whatever it is, but quite frankly, I went to the store with my son the other day, and I'm washing the thing that I normally cover my hair with. So I just ended up, you know, putting some oil on it, and I went to the store, and honey, I mean, it just looks good. It looks good with nothing. So because it was like I got so much attention that day from like people just speaking to me and talking to me, because I went no wig on. I just was free. I just put on, you know, I got nicely dressed, and I went to the store, and it was just like, but the issue is that the call came through for my grandbaby, so I answered for her. And so I'm assuming that's how the whole, because I didn't have my hair covered at the time, so I'm assuming that that's how, because nobody knew that. But so I don't know how that transpired, but I'm very sure that my grandbaby, which is 3, didn't, you know, say, oh, my mom cut her hair. I'm not sure. She may have, I don't know. But either way, point being, we got to let kids stay in children's places, which now takes me to what I was going to talk about. Oh, today's scripture was, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And I'm assuming that would go along with me saying that I forgive, or I forgive myself, really. The fact that I forgive any other people or anybody else is just basically a fact that I don't want to hold that in my heart. I don't got time. I got other stuff to do that's going to be more important. And so, but anyway, you can look up that, exactly what I just said. Look it up. They'll tell you the scripture, because I didn't write the scripture down. Sorry. But this is about my childhood. I'm going to tell y'all about a situation, a place, a time that I can remember going back to that was like the best. So as a kid, I would stay back and forth at my grandmom's house sometimes, right? and she lived in Felton, Delaware. And although this house was not like the best of houses, it gave me sometimes the best of feelings. It gave me some creepy feelings sometimes too, but just right now we're talking about the best of feelings. Like the time that I could remember that I just was in heaven. So at nighttime, we would wait, me and my cousins would wait until it was dark. And one of the things that I used to like to do would be to climb out on the roof, because she had like a little pitched roof, climb out on the roof and lay back and watch the stars. Like that's my most favorite thing to do. Even now as an adult, if I can get a picnic blanket or something somewhere and just lay back and look at the stars, I feel like I would be in bliss. But this is what we used to do. So we would climb out on the roof and bring out, lay out blankets and stuff, and we would just lay and look at the stars. And you got to find the brightest star that you could find. And starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. And I would just craft my dream life. This is where I would talk to God. This is where I would talk to the heavens. This is where I would talk to the angels. And I would be out there like half the night, just laying on this roof, creating my dream life. And I kid you not, everything that I ever dreamt of at that point in time, because I crafted this big white house, I crafted my first Range Rover, my dream car, which was a Range Rover, by the way. And so crafted my house, saw the house, but I like being a little kid at the time, it was just amazing because you have to grow up into this. You have to grow up into all of your dreams. I wanted 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and I could just remember I wanted to be a lawyer. That was my dream job. I wanted to be a lawyer. I crafted my whole life on that rooftop. And then the most fun part was like, and it's weird because I'm gonna tell you 2 different stories, because although like I said this was the most magical time, this place is creepy a little bit. But during this time is when I was like the most free, like running around, excited, like, because at nighttime it's pitch dark at this place, right? Okay. And so we would take and climb down. Like once you were laying on the roof, there was a big old oil tank that was on the side. So we would climb down off the roof onto the oil tank and down to the ground. This is the way we had to get back up too, because we was not supposed to be outside at all. Period. We were bugging. And mind you, like I said, it would be pitch black, but for some reason it felt magical, like running around in the dark and just playing and laughing, and it was just like the best time ever because I was under the stars. I was playing with my cousins, I was playing with the angels, I was playing with, like, it was magical. And I just remembered, like, because this is like a memory that I already had that I could remember, but for some reason at this point in time, it feels like it's relevant. It's relevant because I need that childhood, that, like, because everybody looks at me, they, she looks so innocent. She's so this, she's so that. And I am. And I can move on in life because of the fact, like, the reason why certain things don't hurt me is because I continue to craft every time. Like, no matter where I am, I'm going to craft. I'm going to make wishes on stars. That's what I do. And so I know people are mad at that, and it goes against people's religions, like I said, but this is the reason why I need my soul tribe to find me, because I don't want to be confined by what my family or what people tend to think is the right way to go, because I keep telling people whether or not I get into heaven or hell is going to be because of what I choose to do, not because of what somebody else wants from me. I just can't do that because it confines me, it restricts me, and I don't like restrictions. I'm a person that I've always told everybody I do what I want to do. I will do what I want to do. I'm going to continue to do what I want to do because only God can judge me. I'm going to keep saying it. But just to remember that feeling. And then it actually took me to, and I don't want to go into this because this is not about that. This is about magic. This is about the, the energy. But again, I can remember having to go to the bathroom because my grandmom had like an outhouse. She didn't have this house didn't have like inside plumbing. So I can remember having to go to the bathroom outside to the outhouse, and I hated that part because it was the creepiest thing because I didn't want to go in the outhouse in the middle of the night. Like, it was traumatizing. But it's funny how on one aspect I can be outside in the middle of the night, pitch black dark, running around, playing under the stars, carefree. But then you switch it to now you got to go out there to walk to the bathroom, and it turns into a different situation. That's funny. But again, even now to this day, and I'm an adult, if I'm outside under the stars, I'm wishing on a star. Like the very first week when I decided to walk away from a person and did not look back and did not care, one night I saw four shooting stars. That isn't like, I've never seen that. Like normally I get one or two, and I'm always seeing shooting stars. That's the funny part. But this particular time I saw four, which was my confirmation. Girl, we got this. You got this. You don't need anybody. Like in the world, you need people, but in me, in my spirit, in my soul, me standing tall, I don't need anybody for that. I don't need anybody for that. My shine, I don't need anybody for that. What I want, though, is a good group of people. That's what I want. And we will, because I still don't want to use the word need, but this is the group that we're going to help each other, so however that goes. This is where, in order for me to grow, in order for me to become a better person, in order for me to advance, I know that this group is relevant. So find me. And I haven't even checked my email, so I got to go look at my email because it could be. And normally on my channel, I normally have a lot of emails anyway. But again, I've been trying to focus and listen because it was a lot of chatter. And although there's just a little bit of chatter now, because I can feel like, stuff is starting to even out. Like, But the point of it is that I like my innocence. I like my carefree, childlike demeanor. I love that about me. And I'm sad that some people don't. Too bad. I like to jump on a trampoline. Like one of the best nights, and this is an adult thing. So me, my friend Michelle, and a couple girls from Texas that I used to hang out with. This was during the time when I was smoking weed. And let me tell you about the best night ever that I had. We were high and drunk. It was fun. Again, fleshly, but it was fun. So drinking, smoking, and we just went outside and was like jumping on a trampoline and having, like, I like to jump on a trampoline. I like to do stuff with, my grandkids. I only have one more child left. My son, Romir, he's 17. So he's my last child. I don't have any more children after this. I don't have a husband. I'm free. I'm officially free. And I know that means nothing to anybody else, but to me, I've been taking care of people since I was 9 years old. I'm finally now feeling like I'm able to take care of me. And yes, I do have attachments. I have children or whatever. But as I told y'all before, when they turn 18, I give them to God. They don't got to move out. They don't got to, like, I don't push them to do stuff like that. If you disrespectful, yeah, you got to get the hell from around me. But, because I don't got time. My energy is important. This has always been. My kids will tell you. But him, he's 17 now. So he has his last year of school and then he's off to college. So I've never had a time when it was just me. And I'm feeling like now, like when I think about what it is that I want to do, I think I just want to learn a bunch of stuff. I want to just go and travel and hang out with my soul tribe and learn more stuff, more knowledge, more culture. So my therapist had asked me that one time. I was doing therapy and at one point in time, and he asked me that, and I didn't have an answer because I didn't know what I wanted to do. He was, trying to, I guess, get me to say, but at the time I didn't know. So now I can freely say that that's probably what I want to do. So I honestly really don't, and I'm not going to say this because I do want to be, like, I'm designed to be married, period, point blank. I've been saying that since I was a child. I'm designed to be married. I'm not married, though. And I know God is sending me a husband. But they have to be, and I'm at this point in time, not even nothing like me. Because before I was looking for like me. And like me got me into trouble. So this time I want completely different. And I normally don't date, like, I normally date older people. I've never really dated a younger person, like, people that are younger than me. I think there was only ever one person that was younger than me because I'm not really, But I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed at all. It's just they need to be mature though, because I don't know. Like, I advanced way earlier than most people, so, and I'm a lot. My energy is off the charts. So it has to be a person that can deal with my energy. It has to be a person who don't mind maybe doing some childish shit sometimes. I have fairy trees outside, okay? Because, if you know me, then you know me. The thing that I wanted when I was a kid, really the most, was a tree house. I want a tree house. I want, like, because I want to go outside at nighttime. I want to just hang out and look at the stars. I want to make magic. I want to do stuff that people are probably going to say is unconventional, but I don't care. I don't care. Because how are you saying that you're, like I said before, I did it in another video. These things are written in books, so we know they exist. You're saying that you believe in these books, but then when I say it, then I'm weird. I'm weird. I'll take that. I'll wear that all day, every day. So my person would have to be that. I don't care about an age. I don't care about a race. I don't care about, just be a good person. That's all I'm asking for. Be a good person. And like I said, God already put my division, so I know the face of the person. But maybe the person don't know the face of the person. So if God, they take too long, God will adjust, and then he'll tell me. But as of now, I know the person that I'm waiting for. We just probably on two different schedules right now because I be doing stuff and they be doing stuff. But at the end of the day, whenever we're supposed to meet, we will meet. But yeah, this video was just to talk about that. Like, the time when I was a child, like, the kids are important. We got to let these kids be kids. Stop putting them in grown people's business. Stop having conversations around them that should not be held. Stop leaving them in places. If they tell you they don't want to be a place, ask questions. Ask questions, because some shit ain't right. I think that was only one this whole time, God. I'm sorry. Okay, one. um, Forgive me. Um, yes. And although I like, another thing that I wish is that my growth now, I would have had kids, had my kids, because I love all my kids. My kids are amazing, awesome. I only have one girl and three boys, and I'm so proud of them all. But I wish me right now, as my person, was their mother when I had them, because it would be so much different. Because now I see the importance. Now I see where not like breaking generational curses. And I'm only telling y'all this because this is one of the things God is telling me. I'm going to be the first. I got to be the first. I got to be the first. I got to be the one to break these curses. And I don't know what type of mess, ancestral covens, lodges, just whatever they did. I forgive them. They didn't know. They did whatever they did to, move how they was moving then. This is a new day, a new time. And I just don't want to be attached to that. I'm attached to them because that's how I got here. And a lot of my ways are coming from them. But like I told y'all in a previous video, somehow I done picked up some Jewish traits or something. Don't ask me how, because now I'm literally doing stuff unconsciously because I did something on New Year's, like I said, that I don't know why I did it. My spirit just said, do this. So I'm on a journey to find me. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Please don't think that I am. I don't have that in my heart. I'm not a malicious person. But I have so many different cultures that I feel like are wanting to come out of my body. And it's like, I know how to just do them. It's like how I told you before, the person before, they would put an idea, like, and I think that's how the manipulation was going down. All it would take is an idea, and my body just does it. Like, it's a natural thing. I know sometimes what to do to, and I can't explain it. That's the weirdest part, because I just instinctively do it. It just comes out of my body. So yeah, I think that's all. That's all I wanted to say. I have one other video that I have to do, but this video is long enough, so I will be back with y'all in a few. We still making magic over here. Still sending out positive vibes, love, light, great energy to everyone. My heart is pure. Trust and know that I'm not, but the reason why I'm telling these stories is for my journey, not for anybody else's. And at first I was kind of like, when God is saying say something or tell this story, I don't really like putting people in my business. That's why I like staying to myself, because then I don't have to have too many interactions. But now he's saying you're not going to be by yourself soon, honey. So you have to now get used to having people around, and you have to be able to control your energy, your time, and know when people are just good for you, know when your energies match, know when the vibration is off, know when you got to say, you can't be here, you got to go, because we not matching, we not vibing. And not want to hold on to a person because, okay, I can help them do this. Some people, maybe, because, he's saying that some of these people are going to be a certain type of way. Like, I got to go do things that in places where people are definitely not going to have that vibration already. And I got to, bring them up. So that's different than people who are supposed to be surrounding me. They're supposed to be my advisor crew. That is supposed to be my, if I can't trust you to fix my food, you can't come around me, because that's important, okay? People do stuff to food. People do stuff to people like me with food. So if I can't trust you to come around, if I can't trust you around my drinks, my food, you can't be around me. It is what it is. So that's it. That's all. Thank you for coming to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope this helped somebody. And Soul Tribe, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm patiently waiting. I'm a little bit excited because I can't wait to see how this works out.